roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Here we go, Billy. Swing hard.
As your local agent, I know you. I know every Saturday your son Billy plays Little League. We sponsor his team. And we know you love parking way too close to the field. That's why we tailor a unique policy for you and your car. Because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Daniel Forrester has been trusted by Anderson County families for nearly 2 decades. Daniel has appeared in Anderson County Chancery, Circuit, Sessions, and Juvenile Court thousands of times over the past decade. A Rule 31 mediator, Daniel has been trusted to mediate hundreds of cases across Anderson County. A community leader, Daniel has worked closely with local officials to make Anderson County a better place. A conservative and dedicated husband and father, Daniel's faith has shaped his character and integrity. On March 5th, vote Daniel Forrester for Anderson County Chancellor.
Our story starts with a promise made to the communities of East Tennessee. A promise to always look forward, to the horizon, and past it. A promise to help you live well. At Covenant Health, whenever you enter one of our hospitals, visit any of our physicians, or talk to us on the phone, we will welcome you and your family as one of our own. Because it's about you, and it's about time. Covenant Health, for every moment.
On-site care in Kingston is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. And now on-site care welcomes Darren Wright, a board-certified family nurse practitioner who will be accepting new patients. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Baseball is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Welcome back to the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. And for those folks that are wondering about the Kingston game, I've got with 57 seconds left, it's McMinn Central 31-28 over Kingston. So we'll see if anything changes here in the next little bit. But that's the score of the Kingston game. It's down to the final seconds here, so we'll see. And that's the only other team in the area that's playing tonight is Kingston. Except everybody else is off. Oak Ridge loses to Bearden, as I said earlier tonight. I think just about all region games, the last couple of games coming up here, next couple of weeks anyway, will be just about all region games, and we'll either finish who's going to come in the top 2 or who's going to come in the top 4 teams that's going to get to go to the playoffs. So we'll see how those things turn out. Hey, Chandler, didn't you say you had some region standings? Put them up if you don't care. We'll get him up and talk about the standings here just a little bit. So if you look at Region 2, 1A, that's where Cofield's at and Oliver Springs is at. And you can see they're both undefeated sitting at the top. And that's all going to come to a head next Friday night right here on Channel 12 as Oliver Springs travels down to Cofield to play that game. Rockwood has rebounded fairly nicely to be sitting in 3rd there. And I'm shocked that Greenback is in the fourth there. I don't know who all Greenback has left. If there's some region games there, I'm shocked that they're there. But anyway, let's go on to the next. So Class 1A, South Pitt. I mean, that's just a machine right there. I mean, that's all I can say. That's the tops in the state right there. With Cofield ranked number 6. Oliver Springs received a couple 10 points there, it says, from top 10. South Pitt, Dresden, Moore County, McKenzie, Mays, Cofield, Clay County, Union City, Collinwood, and Whitwell. Whitwell, let's see. Can't remember. Somebody just beat them just here recently. I don't remember if it might have been Oliver Springs that beat them. But some good football teams there in Class A. All right, Chandler. In Region 2A, Class 2A, York. We've talked about York this year, what kind of football team they got. A pretty good football team with Oneida right there. It's been playing pretty good football too. Bledsoe County, another team that's been playing pretty good. Then Polk County, Wartburg, Tellico Plains rounds out that region. All right. And there's a Class 2A top 10 teams with York sitting on top with Marion County, Huntington, and Loretto, and Riverside. Man, there's some teams down there. There's an 8-0 team, Mitchell Mount Pleasant tied down at the bottom, 8-0. Huh. Okay, let's go, Tanner. Region 2, 3A, no surprise right here with Alcoa sitting on top with Kingston. Let's see, you're thinking about Kingston. Let's see if that's final. Okie dokie. Yeah, where'd it go? Now you have something, and then all at once it's here, and then all at once it's gone. And that's still says 56 seconds left, so they've not finalized that yet. So anyway, Alcoa sitting on top, no shock with Kingston right there, and man, there's going to be somebody in this region that might go with just one or two wins. Wow. There's two teams that's not even won a region game. So, okay. 31-28 is finals, what I'm told. McMahon over Kingston. So, here's the top 10. I don't really think there's much of a surprise right here of who if you just go over and look at the previous standings from last week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stayed the same. 9 and 10 just reversed, and that's pretty much the same there. So, okay, let's move on. Region 2, 4A. Anderson County sitting the top along with Gibbs. Gibbs did I believe Gibbs won tonight. If I looked at the ticker right, I seen it go through there a while ago. Gibbs did win tonight. AC's at 4-4. Gibbs is at 6-1. So I know that Gibbs and Anderson County, and that game might be next week. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that could be rolling up. It's in the next couple of weeks here. So Gibbs and Anderson County, that'd be a big showdown. That'd be for a region championship right there. With Fulton in there at 2-1, and Carter at 1-2. South Doyle and Seymour do not have a region win. So let's move on. Region 2, 5A, West and Powell sitting at the top. Just about what everybody thought. A little shocked that Central and doesn't have a win there in the region or Heritage. So it looks like Central and Heritage are going to fight it out to see who gets to go to the playoffs. All right. 3, 5A, there's Oak Ridge and Lenore City, and Lenore City team that got beat tonight, and Oak Ridge team that got beat tonight. Clinton, Campbell County, and Kearns was off tonight. So that's your Region 3, 5A. All right, Chandler. And here's 5A. Here's 5A. Just look right here at the Knoxville teams. Knox West, and I'll throw Oak Ridge in there too. Oak Ridge and Powell. 3 teams right there that we've talked about a lot this year on Channel 12. But there's a team sitting at number 2, Henry County. Team that Coach Gaddis coached at a few years ago. School he coached at a few years ago. So I've never heard of Southwind. Couldn't tell you where it's at. Nolensville, I have. Page, Oak Ridge, Munford, McMahon County, Powell. So, okay. Region 2, 6A, Bearden setting the top. Bradley Central, Cleveland. So those 2 teams are, Maryville's going to jump Cleveland tonight because they beat Cleveland tonight. So they'll go to 2-2, and Cleveland will go to a 1-2. So Hardin Valley and Farragut is still bringing up the bottom. I just think Maryville takes care of business during the playoffs. That streak will continue with them going to the playoffs anyway. And here's the Class 6A. Man, I wonder when the last time. I just wonder when the last time Maryville was not ranked in the top 10. Somewhere in the top 10. Wow. It says Maryville received 12 points. I'd just like to know when the last time they were not in the top 10. That is really, that's surprising. Okay. Hey, 483-8112. Give us a call here on the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. I tell you what, we'll talk college football if you don't call. Just call in, we'll talk it. There's not much to talk about tonight, folks, and that's just being perfectly honest, okay, because everybody's off tonight. But we felt like for our sponsors, we need to be here in case somebody did have a question they wanted to ask. And we'll try to stretch this thing out as long as we can. And, I sort of gave you a rundown on what I thought about Tennessee. Would I bet you tomorrow that Tennessee's going to win? No. Would I bet you tomorrow that Tennessee's going to lose? No, I would not. Either way you go here, you're losing. Either way you go, because you don't know how Tennessee's going to roll. So I wouldn't bet either way on them tomorrow. Tennessee could blow Texas A&M out tomorrow, or they could get blowed out tomorrow, or they could win by 3 points tomorrow too, or lose by 3. So I wouldn't bet against Tennessee tomorrow to lose or win tomorrow. Either way, it's almost like it's a trap game. It just seems like. But man, this Tennessee got a tough stretch. I mean, let's just throw in, and I don't know the exact order here. I could be out. I think it's A&M tomorrow, then it's Alabama, then it's Kentucky and Missouri somewhere. And Missouri is a much improved football team than what they were, even last year. So Tennessee's got a tough stretch of SEC games coming up that they'll have to play, and it'll be a hard stretch. And lose either one of them, either one, any of the ones that are. Tennessee has no room for error. Cannot lose any game the rest of the way. To even remotely stay in the conversation of playing for the national championship. They've got one loss right now, and it's to a bad Florida team. I don't know that they're not already technically eliminated from the bad loss that they've got in the hands of Florida. Because did anybody see the game last night between? It just pops in my mind. Did anybody see the game last night between West Virginia and Houston? Man, if you didn't, go watch the last minute of the game. Get the last minute, and just watch that minute, because there'll be a lot of things happen, and then watch the last 4 or 5 seconds of that game, and see what happened. That's crazy. Just what happened last night. The catch was crazy. Check that game out, man. Toss up a Hail Mary. Toss to the end zone, bat it around, and a Houston receiver catches it and scores a touchdown for Houston to win the football game. Just check the game out, and it'll be worth all the things you have to go through just to, in order to check the game. So, quick caller, you on there?
Game cleaner.
Who, what?
So that was a tough game for Oak Ridge.
Tough game?
Yeah, it's a very tough game. Bearden's the best team on our schedule.
Huh.
Yeah.
Where was that game played at, Beard?
Oh, man, how'd you know?
Oh, I didn't. That's why I'm asking.
I was at Oak Ridge. I guess you don't watch a lot of football.
Oh, so Bearden travels over here and beats Oak Ridge at Blankenship.
Yeah, they're.
We don't. I tried to watch it tonight on that Diamond Clear. I couldn't catch it on Oak Ridge channel. There was something wrong with the audio. It wasn't too good.
Yeah, it was. It was bad. A lot of things went wrong. So.
Yeah, a lot of things went wrong this week for a lot of Oak Ridge people, didn't they? The Braves got beat and the Wildcats got beat tonight. I mean, I'm sorry about all that.
It's okay, Queener. It's okay.
You know what? It's perfectly fine with me because it didn't matter to me either way. I could care less.
Hey, it's totally fine. We'll be all right. We'll survive. Bearden's a great 6A team, and it could be worse for us. We could be Clinton. But,
yeah, you could be. You could be Clinton at 2-6 right now. You could be. You could be. Yeah, I agree with you.
Say again?
I said you could be Clinton right now at 2-6. You could be.
We could be worse. So.
Yeah, or you could be like Austin. Or you could be like Austin East, 0-8.
Well, I'm sure those two will be fighting for a spot in the couch in the future. So.
I'm sure they will. Yep.
But, yeah, tough game. Just kept giving Bearden a bunch of great field positions, so it is what it is, though. Like I said, that's the best team we'll see all season. Hopefully. So.
You sure that's the best team you'll see all season?
Well, on our schedule at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Them, Powell, McMinn, Jefferson County, those are the best teams so far we faced.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Hadn't played West yet, have you?
That'll be hopefully coming up in the future. It'll be us and West and Powell running the table.
Yeah.
And possibly McMinn or Walker Valley.
Yeah, I would think right now it's going to be McMinn. If I was betting right now.
Why McMinn?
Huh?
Why McMinn?
Pretty good football team.
I agree. They're a great football team.
Yeah, I think they're the top. I think they're the top 5A team in the state right now.
Oh, wow. Even in front of West?
In front of what?
In front of West?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, that's a good loss for us then.
Yep. So I don't know so much about good losses. I've never heard of a good loss. That's not. I've just never heard of a good loss. So a loss is a loss. I mean, you can say it's a good loss all you want to. I didn't say it. I've never heard of a good loss. So I don't have a clue what you're talking about. And you say it's a good loss.
Well, you support Clinton, so you lose all the time. So you don't know what a good loss.
Don't matter who it don't. You know, here's the really good thing about this and the cool thing about this. You ain't got a clue. You ain't got a clue who I support, not one iota. Because you know why? Because you know why? Because you don't even know me. You don't even have a clue who I support. You do not have a clue. For all you know, I'll tell you what's fixing to happen. We've only had one caller, and unfortunately, you've been it. And you might be the last one. As soon as I take my finger right here and I push it down on that green button, and it'll go bing, and you'll be gone. So I might be a Jellicoe supporter for all you know. See you, boy. Now, I don't have to put up with him no more than that because he won't call back. So anyway, give us a call, 483-8112. I've waited all week to do that. Just really, I've waited all week. The mouth of the South is called. The mouth of the South is spoken. Oak Ridge had a good loss tonight, folks, according to him. It was a good loss. I guarantee you their football coach don't think it was a good loss tonight. I don't think so. Hey, let's take a break. We'll be right back just in a minute.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
Our story starts with a promise made to the communities of East Tennessee. A promise to always look forward, to the horizon, and past it. A promise to help you live well. At Covenant Health, whenever you enter one of our hospitals, visit any of our physicians, or talk to us on the phone, we will welcome you and your family as one of our own. Because it's about you, and it's about time. Covenant Health. For every moment.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
On-site care in Kingston is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. And now on-site care welcomes Darren Wright, a board-certified family nurse practitioner who will be accepting new patients. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
Here we go, Billy. Swing hard. As your local agent, I know you. I know every Saturday your son Billy plays Little League. We sponsor his team. And we know you love parking way too close to the field. That's why we tailor a unique policy for you and your car. Because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
For a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense. Call OEB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
Welcome back to the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. 483-8112. Give us a call. We'd be more than glad to talk to you. Like I said, the only games around here tonight was Kingston. Kingston goes down, Oak Ridge goes down. So everybody else kicks it back up next week. Next Friday, we'll be back to a full tilt. And we're winding this thing down big time. I mean, it's coming down the pike here pretty quick. So it'll be over with. We'll be in the playoffs, and the next couple of weeks will determine what we do around here, how long we get to go, because we only go if there's a team that's in the area, either home or really close by. So as our viewing audience shrinks, the show will shrink a little bit. So we have appreciated everybody that's called in this year, appreciate all of our sponsors, appreciate all the people that watch. I know there's a ton of people watch because I hear about it every week. I'll run into somebody somewhere, but I do appreciate it. 483-8112 here on the free medical clinic. And if you want to talk a little college football, I know we usually don't do that till about 11:30, 11:15, 11:30. Be more than glad to go ahead and do that tonight and do it a little early. Like I said, and see what Tennessee does tomorrow. We'll talk about any college team you want to talk about, but we'll see what happens with tomorrow's game against A&M. Like I said, it is a big game for Tennessee tomorrow. It's a game it cannot afford to lose, and it'll be interesting if Ron Berry calls tonight, and he'll probably call. We'll see if he's going to the game because he always acts like he goes to all the games, no matter where they're at. They could be in Kazemi Zoo, and he's going to go there, and he's going to tell you that's the best place he's ever been. So we'll see if he calls tonight. I don't know, though. Let's see what time it is. Uh-oh. Let's see. It's 10:30. Almost past his bedtime, I would think. Go ahead, caller. You on the air?
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh, I was just talking about you.
You were?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is unbelievable that I was just talking about you and you've called in. First of all, it's a little past your bedtime.
Well, no.
Oh, wait a minute. You're over on the strip doing something tonight because Tennessee's playing tomorrow.
No, sir. Just on the road.
Where you on the road to? Tennessee plays at home tomorrow.
Getting home, buddy. Getting home.
Where you been?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it matters. Yeah, it matters. Don't lie.
So tell me what you think about tomorrow.
Barry, I wouldn't bet on Tennessee to lose or win tomorrow.
I think it's a pivotal game for them.
Oh, I've already said that. I mean, early on tonight I said.
If you're going to find out if they play defense like they did against South Carolina, then we're okay. If they don't play defense and our offense is sputtering still, then we're in big trouble.
Well, I said the same thing. Yeah, I didn't necessarily say defense. I mainly think it depends on what the offense does tomorrow.
Well,
if offense,
well, A&M's got the lowest yards per run, so.
And Tennessee's got the best rushing offense right now. So we'll see. So if the offensive line does their job tomorrow and gives the quarterback time to do all his stuff, then Tennessee could be just fine. But listen, don't bet either way. Don't bet for them to win tomorrow. Don't bet for them to lose tomorrow. I tell you what, just keep your money in your back pocket.
What's the spread?
Last I seen was 3.5.
Tennessee?
Yeah, I think so. But
that should be, the home field advantage should be worth that much.
Well, I thought the home field advantage was supposed to be worth a touchdown.
But I was talking to Brad a while ago, and he said the A&M fans are out heavy, which when we went to A&M when we played down there, you just get that one chance. So this is probably one of the few chances that A&M fans will ever have to come to Neyland Stadium.
So you saying you talked to Brad? He says they're out in force.
Oh yeah.
Tennessee did. I mean, what was A&M's allotment? Does that mean Tennessee fans are selling their tickets
No, it doesn't matter what the allotment is. The allotment's usually 5,000.
Okay.
For SEC games, but that's nothing. I mean, when they start paying big bucks.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Tennessee fans selling theirs. I mean, usually you can look in Section B over there, where the visitor section is.
Yeah.
And that's where the bulk. That's where the bulk of them come. And then you start looking around the rest of the stadium. That's the ones Tennessee folks have sold.
Let me ask you this question. Why don't the visiting team have to set an upper deck somewhere?
Well,
that'd be my logic behind it.
Go to Georgia, and we've set almost at the very top. Most places you do. We're one of the few places that still give them. Pretty. I mean, you're on the goal line to the 10-yard line in Section B.
Yeah.
A and B.
Did your grandson play tonight?
No, they're off tonight. That's why they're on in early. They're off tonight and play good pasture next week.
Does it look like are they going to make the playoffs?
Oh yeah. I think they're in the playoffs. They're just fighting for, like everybody, fighting for position. Unless you're CPA and they're probably going to be probably undefeated. Webb's got a big game tonight with Boyd Buchanan. Rankin's bringing an undefeated team to play an undefeated Webb team.
Well, I hadn't, and I was just as soon as you said that, I started looking up at the ticker here. I have not seen that score on the ticker tonight. So
yeah, that's a big ball game on that.
That's right. It is. That is a big
in
ball
that
game.
division.
So I don't know if you know this, but Bearden comes to Oak Ridge tonight and blanks. Well, they don't blank the Wildcats. I mean, it's a really good game. I mean, Bearden. But
well,
Bearden,
that's what I just heard. Yeah.
Bearden wins the game. So, had pretty good game over Blankenship tonight. A lot of teams have questioned Bearden this year whether they're for real or not, and it looks like they might be. Especially having to come to Blankenship, a really tough place to play anyway.
Well, and Bearden got off to a slow start because they were playing such a tough schedule. I mean, they played about anybody those first three games. I think they played West early, and just barely lost to West, right?
Yes.
So I mean, I think the thing to them was that early schedule that they had, and then as the season has progressed, I mean, Bearden's been pretty tough.
So if you don't talk about a ball game next week, the one we've got here at Channel 12 is the ball game. It's a team. It's a team that started off a little rough this year, but has rebounded. And that's Oliver Springs. They're 6-2, going to an undefeated Cofield next Friday night, and that'll be for the marbles right there. So, Oliver Springs and Cofield.
You're right. I mean, you got to give that new coaching staff at Oliver Springs a lot of credit. I mean, they've they're back to when we've covered a lot of games up there where Oliver Springs, in the Frank Johnson days. I mean, they were a hard-nosed football team. And it looks like they're back this year, and I think fairly young, aren't they?
Yeah, fairly young. Yeah. 3 seniors. Brad said. He just told me 3 seniors.
So this could be the start of another little tough time to go to Oliver Springs and play. I mean, a lot of years people just they overlook it.
Yeah, you're right. They do overlook it. Not a lot of football games to talk about tonight. Matter of fact,
where's that game being played, David?
That game's at Cofield.
Well, I mean, that's one you just about have to go with the home field with, right?
Listen, I don't know if it. I'm not going to. That's another one. I just don't go against Cofield very often. They're like Maryville. I learned a long time ago. You just ride with Cofield where they're at, and then if you beat them,
but
you congratulate them.
That's pretty much home field advantage is probably the key to that game because that's 2 good football teams.
Oh yes, most definitely 2 good football teams just playing really good football right now, and Cofield, is at home, and that's another tough place to go play and and come out with a win. If you go to Cofield and can win the game, you got a really good football. You got a good football team, so we'll see who wins that game. And like I said, that's our game of the week here at Channel 12.
They make you pay for mistakes too, don't they?
Huh?
They make you pay for mistakes.
Oh yes, most definitely. They'll make you pay for a mistake. I'm sure the crowd will be into that game from the kick. Well, they'll be into it before the kickoff. They'll be into it in the popcorn all the way to the end. So it's a good place. I love going to Cofield to see high school football. It's a good place.
And the good thing about Cofield is they don't jack the price of the popcorn up for a big game.
Nope, they don't. It's always pretty good too.
And they don't salt it down, so you have to buy more.
Oh yeah, they salt it down, all right.
Not since Cofield Herman passed away.
Yeah, well, Brad said since the gentleman Cofield Herman knew how to put the salt on. Man, I liked it. It was good. Now I don't care.
Selling drinks.
But what you're going to try to tell me and Brad right now is that you paid for that, and that's why. So, no, I paid for it. You didn't pay for nothing.
Oh man, I'd leave them that $20 bill every game. Just let me know if there's any change.
Well, then they got me for 22 because you didn't leave nothing.
You managed to spend it all.
Oh yeah, always, buddy, always. So let me ask you: think Tennessee wins tomorrow?
I'm going to pick Tennessee tomorrow just because, again, it's home field advantage, and and I guess we've all been waiting for the big breakout from our quarterback, and I think that could happen tomorrow. So although A&M's defense is good, I think Jimbo gets outfoxed again tomorrow.
All right, buddy. We'll see if it happens. 3:30 kickoff. You going?
I'm beat, buddy. I'm just coming in from the West Coast, and I may let Brad represent us tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Let him represent you then.
Got to stop here at Buc-ee's, buddy. Got to stop here at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, go ahead. Get your barbecue.
Get some beaver nuggets.
Yeah, get a barbecue sandwich for him. Bring it back.
See you, buddy.
See you, buddy. Good caller. You're on there.
I just got one quick question. Would either one of you know what the all-time series is between Bearden and Oak Ridge?
Oak Ridge had led the series 15-4 going into tonight, so it's now 15-5. But Bearden has won the last 3 in a row.
Okay, I was at tonight's game, and it was rather entertaining.
It was a good game, very good game.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. All right, thank you.
All right, thanks. And what was the final? 33-29. 33-29, and Bearden got the ball back with what, about 3 minutes? Was it 3?
Oh, yeah, too much time.
He got ball back quite a bit. I mean,
Oak Ridge scored in 7 seconds, with that long play they had, and then and then that just gave Bearden too much time because they just marched it straight down the field. I think Oak Ridge got the ball back with 1 minute to go, so didn't give them much time.
I believe when I walked in here, there was 57 seconds on the clock, so right at the 1 minute mark. They were talking about the crowd, said the crowd wasn't too big tonight. That's what the guys on the radio were saying. But you always listen to the radio guys as I come from the house down to try to. No, the guy, what's his name?
Alex.
I'll listen to Alex.
Yeah.
I listened to Alex tonight on 92.7 or whatever that channel is, whoever it is. So,
Alex is Cody's roommate.
Well, he needs to find another roommate then. That's all I got to say. My gosh, we need to get a bucket and pass the bucket around to get him another roommate to have to live with him. Lord, I hope he never sees him. That's the only thing I got to say. Wow. He called in denial tonight. I don't know if you coached for a little while. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a good loss? I don't think there's such a thing as a good loss, Brad. I just really don't think there is. Maybe in a basketball season where you're playing a lot of games.
Yeah.
But in a football season, this late in the year,
I still took every loss home with me. I just asked the kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A loss is a loss. I mean, but he thought Oak Ridge's loss tonight was a good loss.
Yeah.
Oak Ridge don't lose to anybody except for the teams that beat them.
If you're going to lose to a team, I guess a 6A team that's ranked number 6 in the state, that's probably the best one you're going to lose to. But I still wouldn't want a loss this late in the season.
I think I wouldn't either, that I would want a loss. So I think it tests your football team playing up and playing 6A. Mm-hmm.
They've got, it's just crazy the number of kids they have, Bearden. They just took up the whole 50-yard line warming up. It's crazy.
I'm told this, 51 transfers, 51 kids transferred in the last 2 years.
I can believe it.
So you want to know how you turn a program around? It ain't one in a couple of years.
Open up the transfer portal.
Open up the transfer portal and let the floodgates open, baby. She'll come in. So that's a lot of kids if that's actually the case. I don't know if it is or not. That's what I've been told. So that's the case.
Did that many kids move?
I guess. Well, the odds are probably not that they didn't move. So I don't know how they get around it. But they do.
It sure is expensive living in West Knoxville.
It sure is expensive.
I lived there for a while.
It sure is expensive living in West Knoxville. It is. So the game next Friday night with Cofield, and I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm going to ask anyway because odds are you might. What's the series record in Cofield and Oliver Springs? Do you know? Is it close or is it one-sided?
Coalfield's closing the gap, but Oliver Springs has a huge lead.
So it's Oliver Springs that's got the huge lead on Coalfield?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You got to remember, Oliver Springs used to be a really big school.
Back in the day, yes, they
I mean,
did.
they were, double A. Well, when I was in high school, they were mostly double A. They kind of went back and forth a little bit, but they were 400, 500 kids, up until, well, Coach Green had his first year coach, and they were 2A. But the number of kids had gone down, and he should have been playing 1A, but was playing 2A because of where the classification period was the 2 years prior to that.
Now, I can remember back in the day when Clinton and Oliver Springs played, back in the day. I don't know if that was back in the day of just 3 classifications, or 1, 2, 3.
Probably so.
Back in the day, but I can remember back in the day when Clinton and Oliver Springs played.
Yeah.
Many moons ago.
The series, if Greg Addington, if you're watching, text me that series. I don't have my computer in front of me, because he will know.
Well, I know there's somebody down there that knows, and I really thought his name was Brad Jones, but
well,
I know this other guy you're talking about, I know he knows
yeah,
too. So.
I would know if I have.
Anyway, so Coalfield, and I'm surprised after you tell me all that. I'm still surprised that Coalfield's not the leader in the series, but I think it'd be a good game. I think it'd be a good game Friday night.
You got to look back. Frank Johnson never lost to Coalfield. Never lost to Gary Chris. So there was a long period of time that Coalfield wouldn't beat Oliver Springs.
To go back to this, did Gary Chris play for Frank Johnson?
No.
He did not?
No.
Okay.
He texted to me. I was texting him. Greg, you're right on it, man. Let's see. 34, 24, and 1.
Well,
they've cut it to 10.
It's fairly close.
Yep. 10 more years.
So it should be a good game Friday night to check out on Channel 12. I mean, it'd be better if you go in person, but if you're not able to go, watch it on TV, Channel 12.
Coalfield's won the last 5, including last year, which this is what worries me about this year, is because Coalfield beat them. I think they outscored them 100-0 last year in 2 games. So, or 105 maybe. So that kind of,
I don't know,
leaves a little.
I can't remember this, and help me see if you can remember. I don't remember if it was our first time in Coalfield or if it might have been the second time. I remember Oliver Springs came there, and we all thought Oliver Springs might actually could lay it on Coalfield. We did, me and Barry, thought it was Oliver Springs this year maybe to beat Coalfield. And Coalfield absolutely destroyed them down there. Remember, in fact, Oliver Springs might have had a young quarterback.
They did. They had
and we thought
freshman.
Freshman quarterback. Yeah. And we thought they need to get him out of the game because we thought Coalfield was going to kill him that night and he'd be through for the rest of his.
I think
but
Coalfield scored 62 or 63.
He wound up having a pretty good career even after that. So, but anyway, Oliver Springs played a pretty tough schedule this year. So we'll see.
They've played, well, I mean, you start out with South Pittsburgh. It doesn't get any tougher than that right there.
That's what I'm saying. They played a pretty good schedule. I mean,
South Pitt's tough.
South Pitt's tough. They always are.
And then, of course, they played Kingston kind of close. I can't remember what that score was. But they played them well. And then they've just gone on a tear since then.
That's what I'm saying. They've lost I think he lost the first two out of the chute.
South Pitt, Kingston.
Won 6 in a row, hadn't he?
Yeah.
So 2 pretty good football teams that's going to go out at Friday night. And
like
that's
I said, they've
sure.
only got. I think if I'm not mistaken, they only have 3 seniors.
Here's the game. If there's a game tonight, and I really wish Jesse Smithy would call in tonight. I hope he does. He's probably not going to, but I hope he does. I would like to know what he thinks happened tonight to Lenore City, losing to Heritage the way they did. I mean, Heritage blanked Lenore City tonight, 30-something to nothing. And then I'd like to hear his take on Bearden and Oak Ridge too, to see, if he considered that to be enough. And then I'd really like to hear his take on the Maryville-Cleveland game, because Maryville pretty much took care of Cleveland tonight, which everybody was writing Maryville. You know, last week everybody was writing Maryville off. Maryville's not going to make the playoffs. Maryville's in pretty good shape right now.
Yeah, Cleveland, I thought Cleveland was better than they were, but the last 2 weeks they've gotten manhandled by
the team.
Bearden and
the team that I don't think is very good right now is Farragut.
Farragut is not good.
Farragut is really struggling right now.
Probably one of the worst Farragut teams around. He said he could call in around 11:20.
Okay. If we're still here. Jesse, we might not be here, buddy. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
10:50.
Oh, well, we might can make it another 30 minutes. We can bull that long. I'd just like to hear what he's got to say about the Heritage game and Oak Ridge game and the Maryville-Cleveland game tonight.
Well, you know,
I'd really like to see what he had to say about Jeff County last night going to Farragut and
Jeff
just
County
absolutely tanked
now,
them.
Yeah. Now, you know, Farragut played tough for a while, but the second half was kind of boring because they just laid it
As a matter
down.
of fact, when I left. I left the game.
I kept watching.
I left. I just left the game and got back. I didn't even go back last night, so I didn't know what the final was till today. I knew it was 33 to something, 33 to 14. That's what the final wound up being. I think it's 33 to 14, but I didn't go back for any of it. So
now, if you remember though, Oak Ridge opened up with a win over Jeff County. So
yes, they did.
Jeff County's pretty good this year.
I think Jeff County just had to get their feet under them a little bit. And a team that's not lost a beat would be, let's just talk about Jeff County. Loser starting quarterback, he transferred, well, don't necessarily lose him. He don't have no choice but to leave, apparently. And he comes to Anderson County. They've had to start all over with their quarterback. So they've recovered. Jeff County's recovered pretty good.
Yeah. Now, I want to say something about Hall. I don't know what he did. Don't care to know what he did. I just know that doing the Wednesday night show with Coach Gillum, and they said he has been nothing but a perfect citizen, kid, everything. So, not sure what he did to get dismissed, but
well, maybe
a change of scenery was good for him.
Maybe the lights come on in the young man's head too, because senior.
Yeah.
And if you want to continue your career, you're probably not going to be able to, in midstream, be able to flip it and go someplace else enough to get yourself in the spotlight somewhere like you're going. Coming to Anderson County automatically put him in the spotlight.
Right.
And if he can take them in the playoffs a pretty good distance, does a lot for him. Really don't matter what he done.
He's a pretty good quarterback.
He is pretty good.
You could tell in
the quarterback
in the Powell game that he hadn't been throwing much with those receivers, which he'd only been there less than a month.
He didn't get there till late.
Yeah.
So
he's good. Good ball player.
He's a good football player. So
and the I would butcher his name, number 6.
He come from Jeff County too. I can't remember his name. He's a good football player too.
Xavion, maybe.
He's good. He's got some speed.
Yes.
So
big time speed.
Big time speed. But I seen tonight where Elizabeth won tonight. Greenville was off. Elizabeth and whoever they played, they won.
There you
big,
go.
56 nothing.
56
over Volunteer. So they're undefeated right now. I don't know that Greenville's lost, but
Greenville's 2 games behind though.
Greenville's a couple games behind for whatever reason why they didn't make them up. I don't know. They can give whatever excuse they want, but it's not nothing to me. But hey, let's take a break, and we'll be right back here in just a minute on the Free Medical Clinic Friday night Scoreboard.
fans excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your red into a check.
The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food trucks, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffey, BBB Communication, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
As your local agent, I know you. I know every Saturday your son Billy plays Little League. We sponsor his team. And we know you love parking way too close to the field. That's why we tailor a unique policy for you and your car. Because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
Daniel Forrester has been trusted by Anderson County families for nearly 2 decades. Daniel has appeared in Anderson County Chancery, Circuit, Sessions, and Juvenile Court thousands of times over the past decade. A Rule 31 mediator, Daniel has been trusted to mediate hundreds of cases across Anderson County. A community leader, Daniel has worked closely with local officials to make Anderson County a better place. A conservative and dedicated husband and father, Daniel's faith has shaped his character and integrity. On March 5th, vote Daniel Forrester for Anderson County Chancellor.
Our story starts with a promise made to the communities of East Tennessee. A promise to always look forward, to the horizon, and past it. A promise to help you live well. At Covenant Health, whenever you enter one of our hospitals, visit any of our physicians, or talk to us on the phone, we will welcome you and your family as one of our own. Because it's about you. And it's about time. Covenant Health. For every moment.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
On-Site Care in Kingston is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-Site Care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, On-Site Care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. And now On-Site Care welcomes Darren Wright, a board-certified family nurse practitioner who will be accepting new patients. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Welcome back to the Free Medical Clinic Friday night scoreboard. Folks, don't go without going to see the doctor. Go see Free Medical Clinic. They will take care of you. We appreciate. How long have they been our title sponsor?
This is the 3rd year.
3rd year. It's what I thought. I keep saying 2 or 3 years, so I'm right in the ballpark. So we appreciate the Free Medical Clinic. They do good work for people, and check them out if you need some health care. Don't go without going to the doctor. There is somewhere to go. They'll work with you, and they'll try to take care of you. You don't need to put your health off. Winds up making it worse.
Hey, something I wanted to talk about on the Oliver Springs.
Go for it, buddy.
I posted this the other day on Twitter. I can't figure out what the AP pollsters are thinking. Okay. Whitwell comes to Oliver Springs.
Yes.
Ranked number 7.
Yes.
Oliver Springs handles them pretty easily.
Yes.
22-8, but they beat them. Right. Whitwell drops to number 10. Oliver Springs receives 10 points. So they've gotten some points somewhere. May have only gotten 1 vote for 10, for a 10th place or something, because a 10 would be first place. I don't know. Anyway, they've got 10 points. Okay, Whitwell's at 15. There was 2 or 3 teams still in front of Oliver Springs that have more points than them. Both teams have a 6-2 record. If you look at Whitwell's schedule, they've not played quite the schedule that Oliver Springs has. But yet Oliver Springs still not getting any love from the AP poll.
Who's the voter? Who's the voters on those polls anyway? Do you know? Are you part of it?
No, it's on the AP. Anybody that's like a newspaper that's in the AP
is a
member of the AP.
What's his name? I can't remember his name, man. Did Morgan County paper, not the mayor down Morgan County, but
AP.
Goose.
No,
it's not Goose has never been on there.
It's not part of the AP newspaper or syndicated. Whatever.
Syndicated, whatever it is. Okay, all right.
They've got to be an AP newspaper. So Sentinel has a vote. I don't think they voted lately. I know the Chattanooga Free Times has one.
You seen
Tennessean.
And I'm one of those old people who still get a newspaper. Have you seen the Sentinel Sports?
I haven't.
Ain't much, man.
Well, I subscribe, but online.
Online has to be better than what's on paper.
Well, I never even look at it.
Okay.
I'm paying $15 a month and not looking at it. I have it and do read a few stories here and there. But anyway, I know the Elizabethton people always vote because that's how they always get, Cloudland has a first place vote or,
Yeah, somebody like that.
Hampton, they don't, they're just throwing votes out there because they're hometown schools. I don't know if they take them serious enough to do it, but I'm just kind of disappointed the fact that Oliver Springs hasn't been shown any love. 6 straight wins.
Pretty tough schedule too.
And you play the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah.
Might want to have wanted to play them a little later in the season, but
I just wonder.
I don't know if you ever play South Pitt. Period.
Well, you're probably right, but I just wonder if you reverse South Pitt and Whitwell, and you play Whitwell the first game, you play South Pitt your 8th game.
Right.
Would there be any? Probably not going to be any difference win and loss with Pitt, but
you might have played them closer.
Might have played them closer. Might have had a better ball game.
Although,
I've
seen Coalfield play them 7 or 8 times and never been close. Well, the closest one was in Coalfield, and I think it was a 30-point game. So.
And they're just like
well, when they roll out 70 and 80 kids for a single A school.
For a single A school, that's what
there's only 80 boys in Coalfield High School.
Yeah, that's a big. I mean,
when they're pulling out 80,
I've only seen them play one time at Coalfield when they came up here to play at Coalfield, and I'm just impressed by their numbers, like you said.
Yeah.
There's not much to do in South Pitt neither. I think there is a Walmart now.
There's a Hammers.
Is there a Hammers in South Pitt?
Yep.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Well, I didn't know there was a Hammers down there.
It's part of the other side of the family.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't.
They started them down in
I didn't have it.
Gunnersville, Alabama, and then South Pitt.
I didn't know that.
Helen and her husband moved up here and started the.
Yeah, I thought it was just Hammers on this end. I didn't know there was a Hammers. Well, no wonder South Pitt's good. They got a Hammers.
But another thing about that though is you've got what's the name of the school down there? The county school. I'm drawing a blank. Help me out. Go put the graphic up. 2A.
Who you talking about? Dresden?
No. The county that South Pitt's in. Hold on. Next one. 2A. Not that. The pole.
There's
Marion County.
Marion County.
Okay. You've got Marion County and South Pitt right there together. And you got 1A and 2A locked down, 2 number 1 teams.
South Pitt's a lot.
They're bringing a lot of kids in from North Alabama.
South Pitt.
Marion, thank you there, Greg.
South Pitt has a.
I was having a brain.
South Pitt has a good football team every year.
North Alabama.
I guess they got some NIL deals going down there with Hammers.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably do. Their speed is what always kills us, I think. Us being Coalfield. Sorry, I shouldn't say us. I'm not tied to the school anymore.
It does. It does affect the game just a little bit. Speed does. So sure does.
So
is this and Coalfield's? Well, I'm gonna ask a couple questions here. Coalfield's always has a really good football team. Is this team any different than the Coalfield teams in the past?
I was surprised.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, I am surprised.
Are you surprised at 8-0 right now?
Well, they lost one.
7-1. Who did they lose to? They lost
Sequatchie
to
County.
Sequatchie, didn't they?
Yeah.
Are you surprised that they're as good? I mean,
I was surprised. I didn't think. I mean, I thought they'd be good, but maybe not this good because they lost. I mean, I look back though that 8th grade team. This year's seniors was a pretty good team too. So I think they won the area championship. But you lost a lot of line from last year. So, but they got to, that was the good thing about the way they played Luke Treese last year as quarterback. He got a lot of reps, even with not being the starter.
Not being a starter.
But would come in, and so I think that helped him a lot.
For this year?
For this year.
So do we think Friday night's game will be a pretty competitive football game? Or could it be a Coalfield blowout? I know for TV we don't want a Coalfield blowout. We like a 21-19 game or something, or a 21-20 game or something.
Yeah.
But,
for TV, that's what I want.
That's for TV. That's what you want. Something that's entertaining, but it don't matter.
And that's hard because
it's 2 teams. It's really close. It's a rivalry, so it really don't matter what the score is. It's a rivalry football game.
And the fact that this is the second year in a row that Coalfield's got to host because you started a new contract period.
Yeah.
Well, this year the TOAA is making schedules for regions, and for some reason Coalfield was able to get the home game back to back. So this would be the 3rd straight game at Coalfield because he had 2 last year that were playoff and and the regular season. And then you've got this.
I'll come back and ask this question after we take this call, but I want to ask about Parker McKinney when we come back. Quick caller, you're on the air.
Queener, I'm in control of my time. I'm in charge here, not you. Goodbye.
What was that? I don't know. His fan, listen, he thinks he's got this little group. I think he's got 2 fans, and they watch from the time we come, or especially when I come on, and they report to him. But he's had a bad week. His little group, his little clique he's with, the Braves got put out, and Oak Ridge got beat tonight. They've had a bad week.
Rough week.
Rough week for him. But anyway, Parker McKinney, how's he doing this year?
He's doing well. I was sorry, I had a message.
That's okay.
He's doing good. Doing good. I mean, their record doesn't show that he's doing well because they started out with, 2 D1 schools. Started out with Louisville and then Kentucky. They played Kentucky really tough and was ahead for a while. Wasn't it up till halftime, Chandler? Yeah. So, he's doing well. Doing well. He had, I know the last game, they were off last week. The last game, he had a couple of interceptions that weren't really his fault. Receiver let it go,
I know
that type of thing. So,
you think he'll ever come back and coach at Cofield?
I'm not sure. Because he might because he was our coach on the floor. I say floor because I had him in basketball. But if you wanted to know something that was going on in the game, you ask him, say, hey, what are they doing here? And he'd tell you. He knew. He's very intelligent.
Yeah.
And sees the floor, sees the field.
I think it'll be a while before he gets to come back because I think he will get. I don't know if he'll get drafted. I think a team will pick him up in the NFL, and he'll be on a practice squad somewhere, or he'll be somebody's backup because he's a pretty good quarterback. That's me anyway, and I've always said that since day one with him. I thought he should be in the SEC right now. Yeah. I think he could do as good a job as some of the other quarterbacks are doing today. He could do as good as they can. So I've been a Parker McKinney fan forever. So,
and you look back at, he's not had the type of lines that maybe an SEC school would have, and so he took some licks there for a couple years, but also did well too.
And you've heard me say this, I think, before. I thought he could have went either way, whether as quarterback or as a defensive back, because I thought he played defense in high school just as well. I know the QB thing's probably his niche, but I thought he could have went either way. So that's just me. I thought someplace Mississippi State, Ole Miss, someplace like that. Kentucky would have been a good place for Parker McKinney to have wound up at. Arkansas would have been another good place. He could have played D1 college football. I'm glad he's somewhere where he's happy, and I'm glad he's having such a great.
And he has.
Having the success he's had, because there's not many kids that. I think he came back for the 6th year, come back on the option, and
that's what
that says a lot about him.
Well, a lot of people say, well, no wonder he's got all the career stats up there because he's in his 6th year, but he had all the stats, all the career, totals last year. So, and that being a 5th year, he played 4 games. His true freshman year was able to redshirt because he only played 4 games. So then he comes back his redshirt freshman year, and I think it was his redshirt freshman, he got hurt middle of the season, had a shoulder injury, and had to sit out the rest of the season. But, so, he's got those over sophomore, junior, senior year, so.
Well, he's a good young man, fine young man. I don't wish nothing but the best for him. So, but anyway, like I said, our game next week here at Channel 12 is Oliver Springs and Cofield. Should be one heck of a football game, and most everybody gets back to playing next week. Mm-hmm. Clinton has Carnes at home, I believe. I think next week should be region week for just about everybody.
Yeah,
I think.
I'll throw this in there real quick. Parker has 1,278 yards passing this season so far with 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Like I said, he had a couple last game that I wouldn't give to him, but unfortunately he has to take them. But then, I think he threw a few against Louisville. I can't remember against Kentucky, but
yeah, Louisville's having a pretty good year this year. Really good year. Hey, did you by any chance?
I say Louisville. I mean Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Well,
Cincinnati.
Hey, have you seen the last seconds of the West Virginia-Houston game last night?
No.
You got to see the Hail Mary pass. West Virginia makes Houston. Let me back up a minute. West Virginia scores late and goes ahead. When I say late, I mean late. There's some penalties on the kickoff which put Houston at midfield with just seconds to play. Hail Mary into the end zone, Houston, and they tap the ball in the air and it comes right down to Houston kid's arms. He scores a touchdown, wins the game.
Wow.
Pretty neat play. Anytime those plays go off like they're supposed to, it's pretty neat, but I just thought it was a pretty neat play last night, last second.
Very neat. Well,
time is?
It's 11:15.
Well, maybe Jesse will call here in just a few minutes. Well, we're gonna hang on and see if he'll call. He's the guru, and I don't know if he does TV on another channel tonight for us. I think he does.
I think he does too.
So we're waiting on him. So man, this is slow. It's slow.
Well, there was 78 games in the entire state.
It's not many.
Not many at all.
201 teams at home tonight.
Right. You had 3 games in technically you had 2 games in our viewing area. As in, we're not totally in the Wartburg, Sunbright area. So, that was a game. Kingston played.
Kingston was away though. Away though.
And then you had Oak Ridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
there's
3 games in this area.
Not much to choose from tonight. What's going on? So slow night. Well, if TSSAA did the schedule this year, they didn't do a very good job. That's all I got to say.
Well, everybody tries to get this week off because of fall break.
And I understand why they do that. I understand that.
But I think if you're going to do that, just everybody take off. Not even have a week.
Yeah, we don't even have we just don't have no show. We don't have no TV. We don't have as far as high school football.
I mean, nothing.
Don't do nothing.
And you're lucky we had a game actually tonight because of the fact that there was only 3 games in the area. We'd either had to go to Athens or but was it at Wartburg or Sunbright? At Wartburg, or if we'd not been able to do the Oak Ridge game. So it's
it's slim pickings tonight, folks. That's for sure about slim pickings. So I tell you what, hey, Chandler, let's take a break and we'll be right back in just a second.
The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food trucks, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffey, BBB Communication, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Here we go, Billy. Swing hard. As your local agent, I know you. I know every Saturday your son Billy plays Little League. We sponsor his team. And we know you love parking way too close to the field. That's why we tailor a unique policy for you and your car. Because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Daniel Forrester has been trusted by Anderson County families for nearly 2 decades. Daniel has appeared in Anderson County Chancery, Circuit, Sessions, and Juvenile Court thousands of times over the past decade. A Rule 31 mediator, Daniel has been trusted to mediate hundreds of cases across Anderson County. A community leader, Daniel has worked closely with local officials to make Anderson County a better place. A conservative and dedicated husband and father, Daniel's faith has shaped his character and integrity. On March 5th, vote Daniel Forrester for Anderson County Chancellor.
Our story starts with a promise made to the communities of East Tennessee. A promise to always look forward, to the horizon, and past it. A promise to help you live well. At Covenant Health, whenever you enter one of our hospitals, visit any of our physicians, or talk to us on the phone, we will welcome you and your family as one of our own. Because it's about you, and it's about time. Covenant Health, for every moment.
On-site care in Kingston is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. And now on-site care welcomes Darren Wright, a board-certified family nurse practitioner who will be accepting new patients. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roan County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back, and OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a champion.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Welcome back to the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. All right, Brad, who wins UT Texas A&M tomorrow?
Well,
all right, come on, tell us.
Like I said, in the break,
let's see who this
I
is.
said that there was going to get a phone call, and it was going to save me from having to say who I thought was going to win. Yes?
Quick caller, you on the air?
Hey guys, it's Jesse Smithy. How are y'all tonight?
Hey Jesse, you saved us, Jesse. We're glad you called in. Some questions. Well, we've upgraded our show a little bit. We got rid of Cox, so it's we got a good show now. First of all,
and I don't know if you called me very good though.
Jesse, was you surprised tonight with Bearden beating Oak Ridge at Oak Ridge?
No. I thought it'd be a good game. It was a good game. Thought both teams would run the ball well at times, and that happened. Just Bearden, the way they've been able to become this cohesive team despite all the injuries to key players that they have. I know Josh Jones is a guy that is a kind of a lightning rod type of figure in Knox County and around East Tennessee, but you got to give him and his coaching staff credit for what they've been able to pull off, given the amount of injuries that they've had. This is just their second year maybe at the helm. And here they are going into Week 10 or Week 11 here in a little bit with a region championship on the line. Tonight wasn't a region game, but they lost that lead late. The defensive back fell down. Oak Ridge got an easy touchdown, and Bearden really didn't flinch. They just came right back down, ran the football with Jayson Thompson, and got a touchdown and was able to keep their win streak going.
Jesse, everybody is around here is counting Maryville out and saying they're not going to make the playoffs, they're not going to do this, and then they just pretty much took care of Cleveland tonight with no problem.
I think you look back to last year to that loss to Cleveland. That was the moment where you could start to really smell blood in the water around the Maryville football program. And they've heard it since last year. Maryville's not the same. You're seeing losses that you normally don't see to Maryville. I feel like the coaching staff really hammered that home with that team this week, that everybody's counting you out. Everybody's saying you're going to miss the playoffs for the first time since 1996. Do you want to be that team that's labeled that kind of ends it all for Maryville? And I was texting with the Maryville coach tonight trying to get some stats and stuff after the game, and he said this is the first time we've kind of looked like, air quotes, the old Maryville in a long time. So it's 1 week. Still some big games for them to play. They got a big game coming up against Farragut, but it looks like right now they're pretty much going to be in the playoffs. They can't be better than a 3 seed, so they're not going to host a first-round playoff game, and it's been a long time since Maryville hasn't been at home in the first round. But last year, they had a lot of adversity in the regular season, just like this year. They had a lot of injuries in the season, just like they have this year, and they still made it to the state semifinals for the umpteenth year in a row. I think 99 was the last year they didn't make it to the semifinals. They've been every year since. So we'll see if they can continue that trend and that streak, but it was a good sign for this 1 week that Maryville still has a pulse. We'll see if they got Alcoa next week. That game doesn't mean anything, but we all know around here it's a huge rivalry.
It is. And Jesse, you was talking about Farragut. Farragut, to me, just didn't look really good last night. They look like there's something missing.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks they kind of lost their spirit a little bit. You know, they look back to the first couple of weeks, they won 2 games in dramatic fashion, last-minute touchdowns. Then as the weeks wore on, a lot of competitive games, but a lot of close losses. And then just getting their butts kicked by Oak Ridge seemed to take a lot of fire out of them. You look up in the stands last night, it was a bare-bones crowd, fall break, everybody's gone. They just, I don't know, they just didn't have that fire that they've had all season. I don't know, I'm not saying they've given up. I think they're worn down from a brutal schedule. I think their spirit's a little beaten up. And so, yeah,
I don't know if there's an outside chance they can sneak into the playoffs. They'd have to pull off an upset over Maryville. I just don't think they can do that. So we're not used to seeing that out of Farragut this time of year. They're always kind of right there in the mix, but we're not going to be talking about them too much longer, I feel.
I don't think so. And then I think the head-scratcher game of tonight, now, and there's not a lot of games tonight, it's got to be the Heritage and the North City game. I don't know what happened in that game.
Yeah, Lenore City, their best player last week, you remember Trey Wilhite went down in that game against Clinton. They were still able to win that game against Clinton, but he is the foundation of everything that they do offensively in that run-based offense that they do at Lenore City. And he is a major part of what they do defensively. So without him, I mean, you're talking about just a program's not knowing who their lead guy is. Who can they rely on to win that game? Now, it wasn't a region game. Lenore City still okay, and we don't know the extent of Trey Wilhite's injury. We had a reporter there. It was a leg injury. He said it didn't look good, that they were consoling him on the bench, and he was on crutches. But Lenore City obviously is trying to keep it hush-hush and make everybody think that there might be a chance of a comeback. So we'll play that game, and we'll say we don't know if he's going to come back or not. But without him, Lenore City just can't compete.
Yeah, I know Lenore City, I think, has still got Oak Ridge left on the schedule, so that'll be interesting to see what happens.
Next week.
And Brad said next week to be at that. Was there any other games tonight that was head-scratchers that we've not talked about?
Well, I thought once Kingston took the lead there in the fourth quarter against McMinn Central, I thought, okay, Kingston's kind of finally found its form, it's going to close this game out. That didn't happen. I don't know what I really gleaned from that game other than it was just, two solid programs going at it here in Week 9. I still think Kingston's fine. They ran for over 300 yards tonight. They didn't really turn the ball over all that much. I think they had one interception. Looking at the lineup of games, there really wasn't much to get excited about tonight. I hate that. I hate that we're in Week 9 out of an 11-week regular season, and we just kind of feel like ho-hum. But these next 2 weeks should be pretty exciting. Some huge games next week, and then in Week 11, we got basically a Friday night on a Thursday night. I think there were 28 games in East Tennessee on Thursday night of Week 11. So these next 14 days
all of
are going to be
Region
pretty.
2 and Single A is all Thursday.
Yeah. Hey, Jesse, and another game next week, a big game. It's a big game for us around here because it's Oliver Springs and Coalfield.
Yeah, I love that matchup. Great small town support in Coalfield and Oliver Springs, and both of those teams doing well late in the season, like we expected. And we'll be going up to cover that game.
Hey,
forward to seeing that. And there are a lot of big games to cover next week, so we'll be sending out our troops all over the place, and that will definitely be on the docket of games that we cover. And interested to see kind of what those two teams do against one another. Maybe we see them match up against each other in the postseason as well. But certainly a fun matchup between Coalfield and Oliver Springs. A lot of emotion that kind of get worked into that one, and that's what you love about rivalry games this time of the year.
I think you see them round 3 again.
Brad, thanks, round 3. Hey, Jesse, I see that Gibbs won tonight, beating Morristown East. That's setting up a game with Anderson County, and I don't know when that game is. It might be next week. It might be next Friday night, too.
It is.
Does Gibbs have a chance in that game?
I'm sorry, what?
Does Gibbs have a chance in that game against AC?
Gibbs has kind of been the unknown factor this year around here, and I even kind of mentioned on social media a week or so ago, like, hey, we really need to be paying attention to this team. They've kind of quietly gone about their business, and it's because they don't do anything flashy. I mean, they run the ball extremely well. We all know that. But last year they had some dudes, and they threw the ball a lot. This year it's just all run-based offense, playing solid on defense. And they've been able to sit here and construct, what are they, 7-1, maybe 3-0 in district play?
I think that's correct.
We all know Anderson County hasn't lost a district game since 2016. Gibbs did not look very good this week in that game against Morristown East. Their coach even said as much. Maybe the kids were looking ahead a little bit. Morristown East has been awful this year, so maybe they just didn't take this game seriously. Maybe all their preparation has been towards AC. And it's also fall break. They're out of their routine, out of their rhythm. So I'm not going to put too much in that. Gibbs was able to win with its C game, and I think they have a chance to control the clock a little bit against Anderson County, and I think whoever can maybe pop a few pass plays, which certainly leans towards Anderson County, would definitely have the chance to win in that one next week.
Anything else, Brad?
It's at Anderson County.
And it's at Anderson County, too. Hey, Jesse, we appreciate you calling in, man. Look forward to talking to you next week.
All right, guys. Look forward to it.
Thanks, Jesse.
See you.
Jesse Smithy, 5-star prep guru, calling in. It gives us a rundown, so we appreciate Jesse. All right, you're on the hook before we go. Tennessee, Texas A&M. Who wins tomorrow? What's your heart telling you, Brad? Listen.
Tennessee.
I'm going to root for Tennessee to win tomorrow, but I said this earlier before you were here. I wouldn't bet on them to win. I wouldn't bet on them to lose, because either way you go, you could lose your money, and that's just playing right down the middle.
If they won, they wouldn't cover the spread.
Yeah, that's right. And the spread's not that much. I think the spread's just 3.5.
That's a home field.
I always thought home field was worth just a little bit more than that.
I've always heard 3.5 points. Or 3 points.
3.5 is the spread tomorrow, so should be a good football game. We'll see, but Tennessee can't afford to stumble tomorrow. Tennessee don't have no choice but to beat A&M, Alabama, Kentucky, and Missouri, and take care of Vanderbilt too on that. They have got to run the table if they're going to stay in the national championship picture. They've got to run the table, and they'll have to beat Georgia.
Yeah.
They'll have to beat Georgia too.
Yeah, they have to run it too.
So
yeah, that's crazy loss in Florida.
When is the last time you've seen the top 5 and you don't have but one SEC school?
It's been a while.
It'd be interesting to see when they come out with a playoff thing to see how everybody's ranked in that format, to see what happens. It's been a while, though.
It's been, a long while.
It has. All right, folks, appreciate you watching us tonight here on the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. Appreciate Brad Jones coming in. I always appreciate Chandler for taking care of me, keeping me straight. So we'll be, next week, Channel 12 right here. Look at it right here. Starts at 6:30. It's pregame.
Yeah, they kick off at 7. The rest of our games will be 6:30 airtime with 7 o'clock kickoffs.
All right, you heard it right here from the man.
Coalfield's starts theirs at 7, and so does Clinton.
Anyway, that'll be a huge ball game. If you're not going, catch us here on Channel 12. We look forward to talking to you following that game here on the Friday Night Scoreboard, the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. Until next week, have a good weekend. Go Vols. We'll see you next week on the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard.
Go Vols.
Yep.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
Our story starts with a promise made to the communities of East Tennessee. A promise to always look forward, to the horizon, and past it. A promise to help you live well. At Covenant Health, whenever you enter one of our hospitals, visit any of our physicians, or talk to us on the phone, we will welcome you and your family as one of our own. Because it's about you, and it's about time. Covenant Health. For every moment.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
On-Site Care in Kingston is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-Site Care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, On-Site Care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. And now On-Site Care welcomes Darren Wright, a board-certified family nurse practitioner who will be accepting new patients. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
Here we go, Billy. Swing hard.
As your local agent, I know you. I know every Saturday your son Billy plays Little League. We sponsor his team. And we know you love parking way too close to the field. That's why we tailor a unique policy for you and your car. Because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
We are the Oak Ridge cheerleaders here at ORUD warming up for tonight's big game. C-A-T-S, Cats, Cats, Cats. C-A-T-S, Cats, Cats, Cats. C-A-T-S, Cats, Cats, Cats. C-A-T-S, Cats, Cats, Cats. Go, Cats!
You can save over $1,000 on your annual utility bills when you make the switch to natural gas for heating, cooking, and clothes drying.
ORUD has exciting appliance incentives to offer your family. Buy appliances and get rewarded. It's as simple as that. Learn more about how much you can save at ORUD.org.
ORUD is your one-stop shop. We sell and install gas appliances for our customers and make it easy to add to your bill with our 0% interest financing.
Natural gas is affordable, reliable, and safe. We are proud to offer our customers a product that saves money, provides consistent service, and is a clean energy source.
ORUD is your affordable energy choice, so make the game-winning play by switching to natural gas this football season.
Oak Ridge seemed like it was on the way down, and Bearden was on the way up. Coach Gaddis stepped down that season, and a coach with a history of winning took over. That was Scott Cummings, and things did improve, but it wasn't good enough. And again, Bearden got the win in the series last season. The Bulldogs finished 7-5 after a playoff win. Oak Ridge was 7-6 after 2 playoff wins. Cummings was let go, and Derek Rang was hired. That move seems to have paid off, as the Wildcats now sit in Week 9 with a 6-1 record and should be the favorites to win the region title. But Bearden sits at 5-2 and could very easily be undefeated. After taking care of business last Friday against Cleveland, the Bulldogs have a date in Week 11 against Bradley Central for a season championship. 2 years ago, we saw a great game because both teams were about the same amount of mediocre. Now we anticipate a great game because both teams are 2 of the best in the state. Can Oak Ridge end the losing streak in the series, or will Bearden keep building momentum in a season that has already seen the Bulldogs knock off Maryville and rival Farragut? We'll find out tonight on our OEB Law Game of the Week. Day or night, 24/7. Someone will be there to answer and give you a free consultation. Get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit the website. Full of helpful information, recintoacheck.com. That's OEB Law. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by the always colorful color commentator, Dr. and Coach Dan Shoemaker. It's been a magical season for Bearden, and I don't know if anyone expected this type of year out of Oak Ridge. It's certainly lucky for football fans that the 2 teams are still scheduled to play each other.
Yeah, we've got the premier matchup tonight for sure. Both of these teams have been playing some really good football right now. Both of them are on winning streaks. I know that while there's not a lot of games to pick from this week, this is certainly a great game and promises to be a great contest tonight.
Yeah, and even if there were a lot of great games to pick from tonight, this would still be one of the best matchups in the entire area, maybe the entire state of Tennessee. That's Coach Dan Shoemaker. I'm Aaron Harvey. There honestly isn't a whole lot going on around the area tonight, as we alluded to, but we'll tell you about what is, as well as preview tonight's game a little later, and we'll do it courtesy of Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties. Elaine Walden is the real estate agent you need, and she wants to prove it to you. Serving almost all of East Tennessee, she consistently produces multiple millions of dollars a year, so she can handle it for you. Call or text 423-619-6748. That's 423-619-6748. That is Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties, and we invite you to stay tuned for more of our Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Daniel Forrester has been trusted by Anderson County families for nearly 2 decades. Daniel has appeared in Anderson County Chancery, Circuit, Sessions, and Juvenile Court thousands of times over the past decade. A Rule 31 mediator, Daniel has been trusted to mediate hundreds of cases across Anderson County. A community leader, Daniel has worked closely with local officials to make Anderson County a better place. A conservative and dedicated husband and father, Daniel's faith has shaped his character and integrity. On March 5th, vote Daniel Forrester for Anderson County Chancellor.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Here we go, Billy. Swing hard.
As your local agent, I know you. I know every Saturday your son Billy plays Little League. We sponsor his team. And we know you love parking way too close to the field. That's why we tailor a unique policy for you and your car. Because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
And welcome back to the Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show. Elaine has going on 10 years of real estate experience, and she can get you into your next home. She serves mostly Anderson, Blount, Cumberland, Loudoun, Knox, McMinn, Monroe, Morgan, Roane, and Scott counties. So especially if you're in one of those areas, give her a call or text, 423-619-6748. That's 423-619-6748 for Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by Coach Dan Shoemaker. I mentioned before the break that there isn't a whole lot going on in our area tonight. A lot of teams are using tonight as their bye. Your coach, so why is this week so popular for so many teams? Maybe it has something to do with fall break or something?
It has everything to do with fall break, really. Coaches hate anything that disrupts their schedule or gets players out of their routine. I always hated fall break myself because you have players who may be going on a trip with their parents and they're going to be missing practice that week. You don't know whether you should go early, practice early and get kids out, or if you should stay on your regular schedule. On game days, we would always bring our team in about 11 o'clock or so, feed them a pretty good lunch. Then we'd get some walkthroughs in. Then we'd go watch films, have our position meetings. And then about 3:30, then we would start our pregame. You try to keep to the regular schedule as much as possible, but that is impossible during fall break week.
Well, and something about like schedule making, I know that coaches are responsible. You know, if you need a game, you have to reach out yourself and try to find somebody else who needs a game. And so if all these teams are taking a fall break off, it might be hard to find somebody.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and beggars can't be choosers sometimes, so you end up playing fall break. Some people like to play fall break because it gives them an open date somewhere else in their schedule.
Yeah.
But me, I always preferred to have fall break as an open week if I could.
Well, at least for our game tonight, Oak Ridge is playing Bearden. No region significance, no playoff significance tonight. Just a really good ball game that we're looking forward to. But there is a game with region significance tonight. It's Maryville at Cleveland. The Rebels have already suffered region losses to Bradley Central and that Bearden team. The Blue Raiders got the win last season at Maryville. If they can do it again this year, then Maryville would be at risk of not making the playoffs and needing a win against Farragut in Week 11 to even finish 4th in the region. Keep in mind here, Maryville's won 22 straight region championships, which obviously is not going to happen this season. What do you think? Do you think Cleveland can do it again?
I believe they can. Maryville's confidence has been shaken. Right now, they're playing for the 3rd or the 4th spot in that region, and they're not used to doing that. Like you said, they're used to playing for region championships, and they're fighting, struggling just to get in. And it'll be interesting to see how Cleveland responds tonight. They're a solid ball club, too, and they're playing with some intensity. I suspect that Cleveland may pull this one out and push Maryville into struggling for that 4th place spot with Farragut.
Oh, my gosh. And it's so hard to picture Maryville being in that position after the run they had with George Quarles, the straight state championships, and I don't know. Maybe it's a this year thing. Maybe they'll be right back next year where everyone expects them to be. But it certainly does look like Rome is falling, as we have alluded to earlier. You know, Kingston's got a pretty interesting road matchup tonight against the Chargers of McMinn Central. That team represents Region 3, which is the region Kingston was in just a season ago, and they come in with a 5-2 record. They do have a common opponent in Meigs County. The Tigers beat Kingston 12-0 and beat McMinn Central 53-29. Based on that, one might think that Kingston has a clear advantage here, but I don't think so, because the transitive property does not apply in sports.
Well, that's a little math there, right?
That's right. Last season in Kingston, the Chargers pulled off the 17-14 victory, which began a 4-game losing streak for Coach Pankey's squad, which eventually meant they missed the playoffs. I really expect a similar score tonight, but maybe going the other way.
Well, yeah, Kingston right now is playing with some confidence. And I think they'll take it to the Chargers because they've got something to prove. I think they do. McMinn Central is also playing well, but they've given up 200 points this season so far, while the Yellow Jackets have only given up 89 points. I think the defense will take this one tonight.
That's
Kingston.
That's a solid stat you just pulled out of there. And I was kind of trying to figure out how I would lean if I was picking that game. And then you brought that stat up, and I'm like, wow, I think Kingston probably has the advantage tonight based on their defense. So that's Coach Dan Shoemaker. I'm Aaron Harvey. This is the BBV TV 12 Game of the Week, and it is brought to you courtesy of Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties. You see Elaine's face on the screen, her phone number as well. You can give her a call, 423-619-6748 for all of your real estate needs. We'll talk about a little bit else of what's going on around the area. We'll preview, or we'll look at region standings because that's starting to take shape. We'll also look at the current AP rankings as well when we get back to the Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians. And for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Our story starts with a promise made to the communities of East Tennessee. A promise to always look forward, to the horizon, and past it. A promise to help you live well. At Covenant Health, whenever you enter one of our hospitals, visit any of our physicians, or talk to us on the phone, we will welcome you and your family as one of our own. Because it's about you, and it's about time. Covenant Health. For every moment.
The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food truck, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffey, BBB Communications, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Fan Gear Barn is Oak Ridge's source for new and vintage sports fan gear from around the world of sports. Find your favorite team gear at Fan Gear Barn, located at 977 Oak Ridge Turnpike, across from the hospital. Open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., 6 days a week. Closed on Sundays.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
And welcome back to the Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties pregame show. Elaine did about $10 million in sales a year ago, which isn't really surprising considering she does multiple millions of dollars a year in sales. She serves nearly all of East Tennessee, so if you need to buy or sell a home, you got to get in touch with her. You just got to do it. Her number to call or text, 423-619-6748. That's 423-619-6748. That's Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined once more by Coach Dan Shoemaker. You know, Sunbright is winless this season, and tonight they make the trip to John R. Dillon Field to take on the Bulldogs of Wartburg, who will enter this matchup with a record of 1-6. Both teams could desperately use a win. The number of players Sunbright is dressing is in the teens, though. I have to think Wartburg has got to be a heavy favorite here.
Yeah, I agree, Aaron. I've also heard that the Wartburg numbers are also down a little bit as well. But they still should have the advantage tonight. You feel for Sunbright. I mean, small numbers and, first-year head coach. When I took over the Wartburg program, they were on a 32-game losing streak. We had seniors who had never won a ball game that were dressing for us. So I know how it feels in Sunbright. I know what that locker room's like. You just have to take it 1 week at a time and prepare the best you can and go out and give it your best shot each week.
Yeah, and I can't speak for all of the age groups there in their little leagues, but I know that they struggle to even have a little league program there for a couple of years. That certainly hurts. But I can tell you one thing, their Crickets, which is the youngest age group there, they've only lost one game all season long. So the Sunbright Crickets doing good things. So they, maybe that'll start something going forward.
Well, yeah, that's where it builds.
Yeah.
That's where it really starts. That's the feeder program into your middle school, and then that feeds into your high school program. So, yeah, that's where it starts. And so that's a positive.
A lot of those Sunbright parents and members of that community working really hard to get that rolling forward for all of those kids. So, the latest AP polls were released earlier this week across the state. So let's take a look at where people stand on those AP polls. Class 1A, you got to get down to number 6 before you get to somebody in our area, which is Coalfield. Whitwell is number 10, which is interesting because last week they were number 7, and then they got beat by Oliver Springs. And they dropped to 10, and Oliver Springs is not on that list, receiving 10 points.
They did get 10 votes, so
yeah,
that is a positive. But,
yeah.
You beat somebody, but then they're still ranked higher than you. So, I don't know how that works.
It wasn't even like that close of a game, honestly.
No, not at all.
Oliver Springs really took care of business, and I don't know, maybe they're thinking because that one was in Oz. I don't know what they're thinking. But.
Well, 10 points puts them probably at an 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Outside that top 10. So.
And now we will get set for our national anthem. would indicate that it is almost game time. Let's run down those AP standings real quick, and then we'll move forward. So that's Class 1A. Coalfield again sitting at 7-1. Their only loss this season coming against Sequatchie County. So Coalfield's having a pretty impressive year this year. York Institute undefeated, 8-0, leading those standings, but tied with Marion County. Marion County typically a very good football team. A lot of history there.
It's the Sequatchie Valley Conference, yeah.
Yeah. So looking at Class 3A, you've got Alcoa receiving all the first place votes, which is not surprising. Alcoa,
not surprising at all.
Clearly the best team in the state. Meigs County sitting there at number 3. Kingston at number 6.
Kingston at 6, yeah.
So good look for them. Gallenberg-Pittman always tough, sitting there at number 4. In 4A, Pearl Cone leading the way, followed by Upperman. And this is surprising to me, honestly. Elizabethton at number 3. Elizabethton, a strong team for sure. I don't know. I don't know. I think Greenville's back, and I think Greenville is a force to be reckoned with. But then you see Gibbs. Gibbs is sitting there at 9, and
just cracked the top 10 right there.
Yeah, and Gibbs a winner last night. But Anderson County is going to defeat Gibbs later this season, I do believe. Yeah. And that will take place next week. 5A West leading the way. And then you got Oak Ridge sitting there at number 7, and Powell coming in at number 10.
Number 10, yeah, and they cracked the top 10 as well.
Yeah. Class 6A, Bradley Central, Maryville received votes, but you see this Bearden team coming in at number 6, so we'll get to see them tonight. Really excited about that.
This is such a great matchup.
Oh, it is. It is. So I tell you what, we will go ahead and take a break, and then when we get back, we will preview this matchup that we've got coming up between the Bearden Bulldogs and the Oak Ridge Wildcats on your OAB Law Game of the Week and your Elaine Wald of East Tennessee Properties pregame show.
On-Site Care in Kingston is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-Site Care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, On-Site Care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. And now On-Site Care welcomes Darren Wright, a board-certified family nurse practitioner who will be accepting new patients. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
At Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, we believe in turning moments into memories. From life's milestones and growing families, Ford is there every step of the way. How about a new 2023 Ford Edge all-wheel drive ST, $42,545. 2023 Ford F-150 Super Crew, $53,398. 2023 Ford Escape all-wheel drive ST, $33,939. Local you trust? A new Ford your family can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
And welcome back to the final segment of the Elaine Wald of East Tennessee Properties pregame show as we get closer to kickoff here at historic Blankenship Field. Elaine has the experience and integrity to take care of your real estate needs, and she serves nearly all of East Tennessee. Multiple millions of dollars in sales a year can't be wrong. If you need to buy or sell, give her a call or text 423-619-6748. That's 423-619-6748 for Elaine Walden of East Tennessee Properties. As you see the Oak Ridge Wildcats coming down the stairs to get ready to run out onto this field for this one. I'm Aaron Harvey alongside Coach Dan Shoemaker, and now we get to talk about the game we've got in front of us as Bearden is here in Oak Ridge. They're in different classifications, and looking at the body of work so far, it looks like Bearden is the Oak Ridge of 6A, and Oak Ridge is the Bearden of 5A. In fact, I believe when those rankings, Oak Ridge was ranked 6th in the state, and Bearden was ranked 6th in the state in their respective classifications. Both teams have stout defenses and running games, and this is a dream for an old school football fan.
Absolutely. Both these programs hang their hat on the run game for sure. And they do have the potential to throw as well, but they want to run the ball. They want to play ball control. One of my old coaches from high school, Coach Joe Love, always said when you run the ball, it was safer than throwing the ball. Fumbles, interceptions, drop passes were always a concern he had. He was a run-first guy, and I think both of these teams are going to be that way tonight as well.
Yeah, but if they do decide to throw, Bearden has Jaheim Merritt Meriwether, who's listed as an athlete and committed to play for Purdue University next season. The Bulldogs also have Sam Tummins, a talented wideout who's believed to be headed to Charlotte to play for the 49ers at the next level. Oak Ridge has Brandon Hayward, who makes plays on both offense and defense. He's believed to be leaning towards maybe the University of Tennessee for the next level. There's no shortage of talent on that field tonight.
Absolutely. Both these teams are deep with speed. You can't coach speed. You either have speed or you don't have speed. I think the secondary of the Bulldogs is playing very well right now as well. They're playing very well. And I think that could be an important difference in this game tonight.
Of course, we've got to talk about the running backs tonight. You mentioned the running game. They'll be featured heavily tonight. For Oak Ridge, senior DeJavis Dozier has over 1,000 yards rushing on the season. But for Bearden, sophomore Jason Thompson isn't far behind him at 963. As you see Dozier in action in there. I heard Mark Packer on Rivalry Thursday call him the Bulldozer, and I think that's an appropriate nickname for him. But Jason Thompson for Bearden has 963 yards rushing. Both have 15 touchdowns on the year. Whoever between the two of these has better stats tonight might determine the winner of this game.
Yeah, we're going to see a couple of different styles tonight. Thompson, he's only a sophomore, but he's quick and he's shifty and he's really hard to tackle.
Yeah, you see on your screen there.
Dozier, on the other hand, is a senior. He's more of a downhill runner. He runs with power. He breaks tackles. He seems to get stronger as the game goes on. In addition to these running backs, though, there's also a pretty good offensive line in front of those guys. And as Coach Love used to always say, he said, running the ball is like smoking a cigar. If you don't have any fire up front, you're not going to get very far. So, that's what we're going to see tonight, I think.
I love that. It looks like Bearden has won the toss and will decline. Let's make sure. Actually, it looks like, Bearden won the toss. They will decline. Oak Ridge will receive the ball to start this game. It's that time again. Dr. Dan, you got to tell us your do's and don'ts.
I think the do's tonight for Oak Ridge is run the ball and establish that defensive identity early. I think the don'ts are don't break down on special teams, avoid that third and long, and avoid turnovers tonight. For Bearden, I think it's pretty simple. Use all of your offensive weapons, make the Oak Ridge offense predictable, and use the excellent secondary to shut down the passing game of Oak Ridge. The don'ts, don't let the pressure of playing at Blankenship Field distract you, the ship, as they call it. And don't let Oak Ridge grind the clock and don't turn the ball over. Avoid those turnovers.
All right, so you heard the do's and the don'ts for both of these teams, anticipating a great matchup tonight. As I said, no shortage of talent on the field tonight, as we're going to see DeJavis Dozier. We saw him earlier this season, really the anchor of this Oak Ridge team. But he's surrounded by talent. You're going to see Vashawn Knowles on defense. He runs that defense, but he'll also line up and catch the ball from a tight end position. So looking forward to this one tonight. Getting set to kick this one deep for Bearden is Daniel Kinney, and this is our Davis Funeral Homes kickoff. Actually, I'm sorry, not tonight. It's Daniel Forrester for Chancellor kickoffs. Daniel Forrester for Chancellor. That is paid for by the committee to elect Daniel Forrester Chancellor, Chrissy Forrester Treasurer. And we are underway at historic Blankenship Field.
Yeah,
it's taken by Price Davis, and Davis gets it up to the 36-yard line. A great return. That's not Price Davis. That's Riker Arms for Oak Ridge.
Yeah, that was kind of a flat trajectory kick. They didn't want to kick it deep, obviously, so they kicked it to an up back, and he got a pretty good return there as well. Good positive yardage.
So Blaine Stansberry brings his team onto the field for the Hammers 1st and 10. Again, ball spotted at the 36-yard lines. Handoff, fakes the reverse. And, of course, this is Dozier getting up to the 41. A quick pickup of 5.
Yeah, nice little run there. A little fake back inside. A little hat on a hat blocking scheme out there. There's no kick out or anything. Just nice press, nice push up front.
So Stansberry with Dozier and Almani Rembert in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff, looks upfield. Now under pressure, Stansberry will tuck it and run, picks up 2 yards, which will make it a 3rd and about 3.
I didn't see anything open downfield. Secondary had everything pretty much shut down.
Yeah, Stansberry had to step up in the pocket there.
Protection was good. That was kind of a coverage deal.
Turns out they give him 1 yard. It'll be a 3rd and 4.
Empty set.
Yep. 5 wide. 3 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Stansberry, quick out. That pass is complete for the first down by Rembert.
Yeah, nice little hitch inside right there.
They needed 4. They got 6. And the chains move for another Hammers 1st and 10.
He ran a nice route, and as soon as the cornerback's hips turned, he kind of planted and cut it back inside. Hitch and goes in the future, I feel like.
So Dozier in the backfield, man in motion. That's Will Presley. Dozier gets the handoff up the middle and picks up maybe a yard.
Yeah, not much there. Not much there.
So fake the jet sweep. That Bearden defensive line did a great job plugging holes.
Yeah, Ross Elder right there wrong-armed that kick-out block and was able to squeeze that really nice.
Low snap, taken by Stansberry. Looks over the middle. That pass is complete.
Wow, he was open.
Yeah, and this goes to Vashawn Knowles. I told you would be catching passes from a tight end position.
Yeah, that's a nice throw and catch. They just found a hole in the zone.
Great ball placement. That moves the ball forward into Bearden territory. Another Hammers 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 33 of the Bulldogs.
When you play zone, you don't usually give up touchdowns, but you do give up passes underneath.
So this is a very strong opening drive for Oak Ridge. And now we've got flags on the play. Maybe had some early movement. Dead ball, false start on Oak Ridge. So the Wildcats going backwards. And we will have a Hammers 1st and 15.
That's one of those pre-snap penalties that I totally hate.
How's modern football changed that? Because you've got silent counts now and claps, and you're very far removed from hike.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Handoff, Dozier. Dozier again picks up 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 13.
Yeah, this second long, really behind schedule. But it's not really bothered Oak Ridge. They've had a couple of these, third and 4. They converted, and then a second long.
No, surprisingly, Oak Ridge has had really nice success early through the air. And I guess if you're Oak Ridge, you're hoping that opens up the running game a little bit. But, hey, if they're going to make you go through the air, you've shown you can do it so far. As Dozier sent in motion, and now
screen.
Nice wide receiver middle screen to Brandon Hayward, and Hayward picks up the first down.
Really, really nice. Really nice.
You know, I can't tell you the last time I saw a wide receiver screen over the middle like that. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's been a while. Normally those are outside the hash, but he brought that right back to the middle.
So Hammers 1st and 10, ball is spotted at the 18-yard line. So again, Oak Ridge keeps the sticks moving, and now they're in the red zone. Opening drive of this game. Stansberry floats it out, and that pass is complete. And that goes to Presley.
I think Bearden has said, we're not going to let you run the ball. We're going to try to load the box as much as we can, which is giving you some single coverage on the edge. on the outside. And Oak Ridge has said, okay, if you're going to give us single coverage, we're going to take advantage of that.
That was a pickup of 5, makes it 2nd and 5, and that's something we talked about when we were previewing this game. We know the running backs are great, but there's also skill position players for both of these teams that can hurt you. And Oak Ridge is going to take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. While you wait, visit pattersonsappliances.com to shop online for quality home appliances today.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Back to the OAB Law Game of the Week at historic Blankenship Field. Established back in 1943. You may recognize that as, the start of the Secret City.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
They built all these houses for workers to live in, and they built a football field. There's nothing more American than that.
Absolutely.
So Stansberry has Dozier in the backfield, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Stansberry looking to throw, and now he's going to go to the end zone. That pass is caught! Caught for a Sabra Beauchamp touchdown, Oak Ridge.
When you watch that, you'll see Stansberry give a little pump fake. That's that hitch and go we talked about a little earlier.
Almani Rimbert.
That was nice.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that on the opening possession of this game...
Now watch the little pump fake. There it is.
Oh, man. And Bearden known for its vaunted secondary, too. And Oak Ridge does most of its damage as the extra point is good on or through the air. And they got 7 early. It's Oak Ridge 7, Bearden nothing in the OEB Law Game of the Week.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Back to the OAB Law Game of the Week. Boy, we got to talk about what this does to your defensive strategy, because Bearden, it looks like, came out and said, you know what, beat us through the air. And Oak Ridge said, okay.
Okay, let's do it, yeah.
So does the game plan at all change for Bearden here as we get set for another kickoff tonight, which is sponsored by Daniel Forrester for Chancellor?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to discuss what you're going to do in the secondary. They were playing 1 high, which gives you an extra guy down in the box, and they're going to have to take that away.
Eli Pearson with an end-over-ender pooch kick, and that is taken.
He's got a gap.
Yeah, at about the 27-yard line and brought all the way up close to midfield. And for Bearden, that's Torrey Beaufort. And I tell you, Beaufort has multiple kickoff returns for touchdowns this year, including one last week against Cleveland. So you think, hey, maybe we don't want to kick it to him. But I guess Bearden anticipated that because he came up close and caught it anyway.
Yeah, he's not the guy you want handling the ball for sure. So you got to figure out where he's at and kick away from him.
Quarterback Drew Parrott for Bearden. Back in the backfield. Hands off to Thompson. Our first look at Thompson. And he goes for about no gain on that Hammers 1st and 10 and bring up a 2nd and 10.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
And Parrott, a junior this year, we saw him start as a freshman for Bearden at Blankenship Field 2 years ago. So
Bryce Dorsey came up and really plugged that really well right there.
Does it kind of make you wonder if Oak Ridge is saying the same thing? Like, hey, you better beat us through the air.
Might be.
We'll see. So Parrott in shotgun formation, 2 wideouts to his right. Looks like a tight end to the left, and we've got flags. As that was going to be another handoff to Thompson. And we got a false start. on Bearden. So the Bulldogs backed up 5 yards. Both teams have a false start in their opening possessions.
If you'll notice there, they rolled the safety down late to their right side, the offensive left side. They were anticipating the run coming right where it was. So they've studied their film. They kind of understand tendencies. Yeah, they're too high, but it's not uncommon for that. So here he comes again. Safety's down.
This time Parrott rolls to his right, looks upfield, and just dumps this one underneath. That pass is complete, and that goes to Sam Tummins, but only for a pickup of 6, which will make it 3rd and 9. So 3rd and long.
I think what they're doing, they're rolling the safety down opposite side where Thompson is, because if you hand the ball off out of that shotgun, that's where he's got to run.
Not on a counter play.
No, you're exactly right. So that's what comes next.
Parrott, straight drop. Looking upfield and throws this one deep. And we are going to have flags. And not anything intentional there.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to do that. I think he was probably looking up in the air.
But that's a 15-yard penalty, and that gives Bearden the automatic first down. So Bearden is able to convert the 3rd and long. Yeah.
Yeah.
So look like
I think the coach for Oak Ridge is probably saying, hey, that was incidental contact.
Yeah.
But they're not buying it.
So here's Bearden with the Hammers 1st and 10. Hand off Thompson. Thompson looks for running room over right guard. And it looks like they're going to give him about 3, which will bring up 2nd and 7.
Aaron, you see Thompson did run to the same side that time, like you said here, and he cuts it back. They're trying to catch Oak Ridge rolling the safeties.
Yeah, and Thompson came out at the end of that play, asked to come out. I don't know if he got a rocket issue or what, but maybe we'll see him again, as now with his carry and bulldozing his way in for Bearden. That looks like Torian Riggins.
Yeah, that was a nice run.
And Riggins, you see, is built differently, as now Bearden will quickly go up to the line on 3rd and short, and they will hand it off to Riggins again, and Riggins has the Hammers 1st and 10. Nice pickup down to about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, a little tempo right there.
So not able to have much success with Thompson, but you bring in Riggins, who's more of a bruising type back.
Oh, we got one down.
Yeah, now we have an injury on the field. And I can't get a number at this time. Looks like maybe number 8. That might be Izzy Mitchell, a defensive back. So they'll check on him. And while they do that, we'll go to break. This is the OAB Law Game of the Week.
Daniel Forrester has been trusted by Anderson County families for nearly 2 decades. Daniel has appeared in Anderson County Chancery, Circuit, Sessions, and Juvenile Court thousands of times over the past decade. A Rule 31 mediator, Daniel has been trusted to mediate hundreds of cases across Anderson County. A community leader, Daniel has worked closely with local officials to make Anderson County a better place. A conservative and dedicated husband and father, Daniel's faith has shaped his character and integrity. On March 5th, vote Daniel Forrester for Anderson County Chancellor.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Back to your OAB Law Game of the Week. And, yeah.
Yeah,
the helmet has been taken away.
Yeah, that's a sign that he's not coming back.
Yeah.
I hate that for that young man, because it's a big ball game.
So Hammers 1st and 10 for Bearden. Got motion, and now Riggins with the carry again, and Riggins powers over the 20 and being shoved back. Looks like they will grant him the 18-yard line. Pick up a 4. Will be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, a little orbit motion there. And then just a straight handoff. Right side of that offensive line got a really nice push.
Bearden back up to the line. Handoff again. And this time back into the game. This is Jason Thompson. And Thompson with a nice pickup up to the 14-yard line. That'll make it a 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, this last series of plays are kind of like what we thought we would see.
Drew Parrott, quarterback, 2 wideouts to the left, and he will quickly throw it out that direction. This goes to Torrey Beaufort, and Beaufort is dropped immediately. No gain on the play, and that will bring up 4th and 3.
Yeah, Coach Jones got a decision here. Do we go for take our 3, or do we keep this going? And it looks like we're bringing the kicker in.